Francesca Evans, bringing you the latest news, sport, weather forecast and a roundup of upcoming events in the Lyme Regis area. A man from Axminster was arrested on suspicion of manslaughter on Tuesday following a serious incident in the East Devon town. Devon and Cornwall officers were called to assist Somerset and Avon police force who were responding to an incident in Axminster. Limited details have been released on the initial incident, but it was reported that the occupants of a car had left the scene in Lyme Road, Axminster. A short time later, a call was received from a member of the public regarding a further incident nearby, and a man was subsequently located. When officers arrived at the scene, the man was unconscious and they immediately administered emergency treatment. He was taken to hospital in a critical condition and was later pronounced dead. A man in his 30s from the Axminster area was arrested at the scene on suspicion of causing grievous bodily harm and later further arrested on suspicion of manslaughter. He has been released on bail until August 8th. Lyme Regis has been left without a post office after the facility closed down on Tuesday. The closure comes after the current postmaster announced his intention to retire, and the leasehold of the building has previously been up for sale. The post office says the closure will be temporary, but no announcement has been made on a new postmaster or a date for reopening. The issue has opened discussion on a lack of necessary infrastructure and facilities in Lyme Regis, with all three of its banks and the Tourist Information Centre also having closed down in recent years. Netflix's new adaptation of Jane Austen's Persuasion, partially filmed in Lyme Regis, was released on the streaming service last week. Scenes were shot in Lyme Regis in June 2021, with 50 Shades of Grey actress Dakota Johnson seen walking on the historic Cobb Wall. The adaptation features scenes based in Lyme Regis and along the Jurassic Coast, including Marine Parade and the Cobb. Some areas have been digitally altered to fit with the 19th century setting, with the iconic pink Tenerife cottages on Marine Parade transformed into an inn. The cast are also seen walking along the high wall of the Cobb, where Louisa Musgrove takes her infamous fall, although not at Granny's Teeth, which many believe to be the original inspiration for the scene in Jane Austen's novel. Lyme Regis celebrated its long-running friendship with Bermuda this week with the annual Summer's Day Parade. The parade saw members of Lyme Regis and St George's Twinning Association and visitors from Bermuda process through Langmoor Gardens and along the seafront for a ceremony at the end of the Cobb. The event commemorates former Mayor of Lyme Regis, Admiral Sir George Somers, who founded Bermuda after being shipwrecked off the islands in the 1600s on his way to the new English settlement of Jamestown in Virginia. Lyme Regis has been formally twinned with St George's in Bermuda since the 1990s. Lyme Regis Lifeboat Week will get underway this weekend with a packed programme of events coming up in aid of the RNLI. The week will be officially opened by local landlord Tom Littledyke and his partner Georgia Wellman, who have led the local response to the Ukraine crisis, organising convoys of aid vehicles and raising more than £20,000 to help those in need. The opening ceremony will be held at the Lifeboat station at 1 p.m. on Saturday, followed by a welcome display by Lyme Regis and Exmouth Lifeboat crews and the Coast Guard helicopter. Highlights throughout the week will include the popular bathtub race, a fun run, illuminated boats, and a display by the British Army's Red Devils parachute team on Thursday, July 28th. The week will be rounded off with a pirate-themed day on Friday, with events to include fancy dress competitions, a tug-of-war across the harbour mouth, and a party at Lyme Regis Brewery. Following the appointment of Ben Stokes as captain of the England Test team and the adoption of a more exciting form of win-at-all-costs cricket, interest in our great summer sport has rarely been greater. And there's been a resurgence of popularity at a local level, with Uplyme and Lyme Regis Cricket Club enjoying great fortunes at their King George V playing field headquarters. Following a fallow period in which the club nearly folded, the village team, under the leadership of all-round sportsman Steve Beattie, has built a support unprecedented in local cricketing circles. The club's recent T20 home fixture against Sidmouth, one of Devon's most successful teams, attracted nearly 100 supporters who cheered their team to victory and a place in the finals day of the Devon Cricket League Corinthian Cup. Uplyme's aggressive batting format lends itself to the 20-over game, and against Sidmouth the clock was turned back to the days of professional cricketers playing in testimonials at the King George V venue, when Sir Ian Botham put a 6 into the Talbot Arms car park. That rarely achieved feat was repeated by Uplyme's overseas player Abhishek Anand, who hit a century in just 45 balls in 12 overs to win the game. Up-Lyme's T20 team, the Muffin Men, also topped the East Devon Bash competition and will meet a Pottery Swingers in the final playoff later in the season. Last year's final, in which Up-Lyme lost to local opponent Seaton, attracted a crowd of 200. This season, Up-Lyme were promoted to the Devon League C Division East, the highest standard at which they have played. They topped the table for the first 9 weeks, but after a blue patch in which they have lost 4 games, they have dropped to 3rd place. Last Saturday, they lost at home to Exeter Second 11 in an unusually poor batting performance in which only Abhishek excelled with another fine knock of 81. Tomorrow, they travel to Ottery St Mary, where they hope to return to winning ways. Lyme Regis Football Club was delighted with the success of its annual Sausage and Cider Festival last Saturday, attracting a crowd of more than 1,000. A healthy profit was raised, which will help the club continue with a programme of works to improve their playing service in the coming months and put them on a firmer financial footing for the coming season after the challenges of the COVID pandemic. Lyme Regis Lifeboat crew will go head-to-head with Up-Lyme and Lyme Regis Cricket Club in a charity match at the Up-Lyme field tonight, starting at 6 p.m. The event will raise funds for cancer treatment for Lyme Regis resident Emma Broom, who has been battling bowel cancer for 3 years. Emma is the wife of long-serving lifeboat volunteer John Broom. The evening will also include live music, a barbecue, bar and Pim's tent and a raffle, and donations can also be made online via the website shown on screen. Lifeboat Week will then get underway on Saturday with the official opening ceremony to be held at 1 p.m. at the Lifeboat station, and full details of the week's events available in Lifeboat Week programmes or via the app. The Marine Theatre will also be hosting its Big Beer Festival this evening and throughout Saturday, as well as an outdoor production of The Tale of Peter Rabbit and Benjamin Bunny at the nearby Davy Fort Football Ground in Charmouth Road at 2 p.m. on Saturday. The Nag's Head will be hosting live music tonight, Saturday night and on Sunday afternoon from 4 p.m, followed by a Yard of Ale competition in aid of the RNLI at 7 p.m. on Sunday evening. This week's heatwave weather brought some special visitors to Lyme Regis, with dolphins spotted in the bay over the last few days, here captured by Ian Gill aboard the fishing boat Francis Jane. Having now cooled down a little, the weather this weekend will remain largely cloudy, with showers this morning, brightening up with sunny spells this evening. More cloud predicted on Saturday and Sunday, with high temperatures of 21 degrees. Thanks for watching LymeOnline's video news bulletins. Don't forget to visit our website throughout the week for the latest local news and for full photo and video coverage of Lifeboat Week events. Have a great weekend.